White gold in the news today. White gold trades as WGO on the Toronto Venture Exchange, WHGOF on the OTC in the States as they report significant GT probe results from their Ulli's Ridge target along trend from Ryan's surprise discovery at the flagship Golden Saddle deposit in the Yukon. Here to run through the details, the Chief Technical Officer, Shawn Ryan. Hey, Shawn, appreciate the time here. Nice piece of news for the company. I want you to run through the highlights for investors.
Okay, really what's going on here is we ran some GT probes, or these little hammer drills. Instead of trenching, we probe it at 5 meter spacing, go down about 6 feet to the bedrock interface. And what we're really trying to do here is this Ryan surprise is starting to build up from the drill holes that we've been announcing. And we're looking for, another ore body on the property that we could use as the mining feed. So this Ulli's Ridge and this Minneapolis trend is actually an area that we've been kind of ignoring for the last few years because we've been working on the Golden Saddle and stuff like that. So now that this is starting to pay dividends in a sense because we've outlined some really nice soil anomalies there already. So now this is the next phase of going in and from trenching to this probing. And now, to give you the context or for the readers or people listening, the idea was to give you the original discovery on the Golden Saddle was about 40 meters of 0.9 grams, but it was really 10 meters at 2.2. So that was the tip of the iceberg into the Golden Saddle. So that's what we're looking for when we do these probe lines. And now if you look at some of the Ulli's Ridge, we pulled out a 25 meter, basically GT probe of averaging 2.1 grams. So that's actually quite significant in a sense. So and then they had other sections of 10 meters of 3.1. So if you go back to the original discovery of the Golden Saddle of 10 at 2.2, we're actually past that. So whether they turn out to be basically these tip of the iceberg, that's what our job is to do. But these are very, very, very encouraging. And then if we look a few kilometers to the north of that, towards northwest, the Minneapolis grid that we've been working on, that's another big pod of these soil anomalies of gold. And that one pulled out, whole GT line 005 pulled out 40 meters of 0.42 grams. And they had another GT probe 006 pulled out 20 meters of 0.39. So these are very, very encouraging results for basically now we're coming in, as I call it, we're getting ready to drop the black ball in the pool game. We're getting ready to drill these targets. So that's what's going to set up, and that's what we're going to look at, for this coming season is we're definitely going to probably poke some more holes in Ryan's surprise because that was a nice blind target that looked good. And now with these probes, these are lining up some more drill holes that should lead to some success chasing these targets on this new trend. So that's the fun part. And that's the interesting part about exploration. I was on Ulli's Ridge 18 years ago as I was on my way to the Golden Saddle, knowing something was going on there. And now the proof is coming basically to roost here.
Well, it certainly sounds exciting. When might the drill get going here, do you suspect?
Well, the drill is sitting on the site up on Ryan's surprise. We didn't move it. We left it on the pad. So it's near, so it's ready to rock and roll. So usually, the winter is pretty snappy cold. In Canadian terms, it's minus 40 to minus 50 Celsius right now. So things will thaw out, and when the creeks start running, usually that's not until about the second to the third week of May. So we don't really anticipate starting any diamond drilling probably until the 1st of June this year.
Okay, well, we'll keep our eye out for that. Before I let you go, or anything else exciting you guys are working on that shareholders or investors just might not be aware of?
We've got a couple more interesting press releases coming out from our Recce regionals on the Bonanza and on the Mount Hart area. So that's the next one in the queue coming out, and we're working on that right now. So there'll be, they'll turn it'll paint a pretty picture. How's that? That's what we're doing right now. But it's a nice soil database that's coming in, and it'll be the next. That's what we're doing. We're going to show that we've got potentially a couple other mineralized systems that are coming through the queue here.
Okay, well, we'll certainly keep our eye on the wire for that as well. That's Shawn Ryan. He's the Chief Technical Officer, White Gold, WGO, Toronto Venture Exchange, WHGOF, OTC in the States. Hey, thanks again, Shawn. We'll certainly look forward to checking back in here as you move forward.
Okay. Thank you, Rob. And stay tuned. There's more to come here.